A few days ago, I went on a walk at the Athens Riviera. This place is very special for me because it's the place my mother drowned at the age of 69. This makes me reflect about the brevity of life, and so I decided to make a video about this theme. In today's video, I will be reading to you a moral essay on this topic by the Roman statesman Seneca to his friend Paulinus to console him for a loss of some position at work. He called it De brevitate vitae, on the shortness of life. Most human beings complain about the meanness of nature because we are born for a brief span of time, and because this spell of time that has been given to us rushes by so swiftly and rapidly that, with very few exceptions, life ceases for the rest of us just when we are getting ready for it. Nor is it just the person in the street and the unthinking mass of people who complain over this so-called universal evil. The same feeling lies behind complaints from even distinguished people. Hence the dictum of the greatest doctor, Hippocrates, Ovios vrachis, ide techni makri. In other words, life is short, and it takes many years to cultivate one's skills. He meant to say that by the time we have learned all the skills of life, or say our profession, our time is up on this earth. Hence too the grievance, most improper to a wise man, which Aristotle expressed when he was lamenting that nature offers animals such a long existence that they can live through 5 or 10 human lifetimes, while a far shorter limit is set for humans who are born to a great and extensive destiny. It's not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it. Life is long enough and has a sufficiently generous amount that has been given to each one of us for the highest achievements, if it were all invested properly. But when it is wasted on heedless luxury and spent on no good activity, we are forced at last by death's final constraint to realize that it has passed away before we even knew it was passing. So it is, we are not given a short life, but we make it short, and are not ill supplied, but wasteful of it. Just as when ample and princely wealth falls to a bad owner, it is squandered in a moment, but wealth, however modest, if entrusted to a good custodian, increases with use. So our lifetime extends amply if you manage it properly. Why do we complain about nature? She has acted kindly. Life is long if you know how to use it. But one person is gripped by insatiable greed, another by a laborious dedication to useless tasks. One person is drenched in wine, another sluggish with idleness. One person is worn out by political ambition, which is always at the mercy of the judgment of others. Another, through hope of profit, is driven headlong over all lands and seas by the greed of trading. Some are tormented by life's passion for army life, always intent on inflicting dangers on others or anxious about danger to themselves. Some are worn out by the self-imposed servitude of thankless attendance on the rich and powerful. Many are occupied by either pursuing other people's money or complaining about their own. Many have no fixed goal, but are tossed about in ever-changing plans by fickleness, which is shifting constantly and never satisfied with itself. Some have no aims at all for their life's course, but death takes them unawared as they yawn languidly, so much so that I cannot doubt the truth of the old oracular remark of the greatest of poets who wrote, "It is a small part of life we really live. Indeed, all the rest is not life, but merely time passing." Vices surround and assail us from every side, and do not allow them to rise again and lift their eyes to discern the truth, but keep us overwhelmed and rooted in our desires. Never can we recover our true selves. If by chance we achieve some tranquility, just as a swell remains on the deep sea even after the wind has dropped, so we too go on tossing about and never find rest from our desires. Did you think I am speaking only of those whose wickedness is obvious? Look at those whose good fortune people gather to see and admire. They are choked by their own blessings. How many are left not no freedom from the crowd of clients surrounding them? In a word, go through them all, from the lowest to the highest. One calls for legal assistance, another comes to help. One is on trial, another defends him, another gives judgment. No one makes his claim to themselves, but each is exploited by someone else. Ask about celebrities and VIPs, and you will see that they have been serving someone. Person X bows to person Y, and person Y bows to person Z. No one is the master of himself. Again, certain people reveal the most stupid indignation. They complain about the pride of their superiors because they didn't have time to give them an audience when they wanted one. But can anyone dare to complain about another's pride when he himself never has time for himself? Yet whoever you may be, at some point in your life, a great person has gazed upon you. They bent their ears to your words. They let you walk beside them. You never make the time to look at yourself or listen to yourself. So you have no reason to complain that others don't pay attention to you, since it is you who showed them how not to. Not because you wanted someone else's company, but because you could not bear your own. To see the rest of this video or download it as an MP3, go to patreon.com.